This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time.
And a shot from high above the Staples Center here in downtown Los Angeles, California. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a good outing against the Dallas Mavericks. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Freak is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
Clock at 2, and Hibbert with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains. Possession. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Lakers ball. The Lakers with the ball. Now let's go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Byron Scott.
Kevin, he's adamant that they'll need a huge effort from their big men to avoid losing all 4 games in this season series. He said our bigs can make an impact in the paint and provide that deterrent with their shot blocking. But it's also incumbent on all our players to dig in defensively and show what we're all about. Kevin, we'll see if they can gut this one out.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Both good from the line that time. Here is Bryant. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Bass with the screen. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Hibbert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or 2.
Jazz on D. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Young against Hayward. It's tipped and stolen by Freak. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Favors kicks to Burks. Passes it to Freak. Favors with a screen on Young. Pass to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Favors with the screen. Lets it go with a 3. And the Jazz, another 3.
Alec Burks.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, Russell. Young outside. Tries from 10. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Young's got his first basket of the night. Utah with the ball. 3-point lead. Last time they met was in Utah.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Really such a security blanket, Greg, when you can count on that second unit to step in and provide key minutes, especially when the game is in doubt.
Here is Russell after Alec Burks' score. And it's Russell missing.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's Freak. Outside, Favors. Feeds to Freak. Favors dishes to Burks. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Puts up a 3. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Kobe. Here's Young. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Always fun to watch Kobe setting other people up.
Jazz leading by 3. Here's Freak. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. He dishes it to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Gobert with a screen on Young. Hayward kicks to Freak. All alone. Here's Gobert. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You've got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And a quick look at the numbers for Burks. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And, guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. Randall comes in for Brandon Bass. Lou Williams is checked in for Kobe. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. Now here's Favors. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
The shot by Williams, no good.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Freak kicks to Burks. Rebounded by Clarkson. And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Here's Freak after the basket by the Lakers. They set the screen. He kicks it to Booker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Booker's got his first points of the game.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. Young, right side. And there's the 3-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. Tariq Black comes in for Robert Sacre, and it's Brown in for Young. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Favors. Hood comes in for Gordon Hayward. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And Trey Burks subbed in for Free. Here for the Lakers. Lakers trail by 5. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. And it's Freak in at the 1. second quarter. We're a little over a minute and a half in. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
So here's Burks. 5 points in the game. Now here's Freak. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Burks. Shoots. Another miss by Utah.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before. But shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks played a role for them. He had 12 points and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. His performance will be a high note in what has been a disappointing season for his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Well, getting back to Hibbert, last year was a down one for him in a few areas. He put up his lowest points per game average since his rookie year. And Clark, his minutes in general were way down.
Yeah, and I think he may be at a bit of a crossroads in his career right now. A couple of years ago, signed a big contract. He's got the talent, and he's got the desire. I think it's just a matter of him having the confidence that will lead to consistency.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Now, Freak taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Sacre with the block. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Freak. 6 on the shot clock. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Kobe Bryant. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. Averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Right, let's keep
just
it moving.
solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
Lakers trail by 6. The dish to Sacre. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Sacre has got his first points of the night. The Jazz have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Freak kicks to Gobert. Hayward on the wing from about 16, and it's Favors that time on the assist by Hayward. 6 points for Derek Favors.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. 5th is D'Angelo Russell.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And it's hard to score in this league as a rookie. The charity stripe is one place where you can get some easy points, where nobody's on you. And he's learned to take full advantage of that.
Utah leading by 6. Burks the pass to Hayward. And there's the feed to Freak. Gobert with a screen on Young. 5 on the clock. Here's Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Nick Young.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Julius Randle's checked in for Roy Hibbert. And a switcher also for Utah. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Rudy Gobert. And both free throws good from Freak.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Utah has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Favors with a screen on Russell. Freak kicks to Burks. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Burks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Randle. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Russell. There's the pass to Burks. Favors with a screen on Bryant. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. And the Lakers with some changes. Brown, he's checked in for Young. Williams comes in for Bryant. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. Utah also making some changes. Lyle comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Dante Exum in for Alec Burks.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the first half comes to...
Gentlemen, I'm here.
Your Lakers, 37. The Jazz, 42.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. Our offense in the paint was a positive. Our entry passes were sharp, and you showed off some excellent post moves. Really nice footwork down there. And in this half, I want us quick to get out on the break. Let's get headed up the floor as soon as we get our hands on the ball. I'll say this, maybe there's not as much riding on this game as we'd like there to be, but that shouldn't change a thing. We're still going to hit that floor with one purpose, winning.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Jazz leading by 5. Brandon Bass is out there with Young. Then it's Russell. Then there's Kobe. And it's Hibbert in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Hayward outside. Just 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers take it the other way. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Russell with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Here's Bass. Count the basket and the foul. They get Derek Favors.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside. And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages. Were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
Goes up the baseline, and the shot is long.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Here's Bryant. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Kobe's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved, too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
Freak, and that's going to be a treble.
And here's a look at the stats for Russell. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's putting up about 17 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do, too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Freak with it. He's got 8. And they get it. Tipped away. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And he lays it up and in.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Gobert with a screen on Russell. Freak dishes to Gobert. That's good. Gobert's got his second bucket.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Lakers rank in the league right now. 3rd in three-point shooting, 7th in second chance points. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And you know, their free throw shooting, overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games. And you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
There's the lob to the hoop. Burks can't get it to go.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
And again, no good by the Lakers.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Here's Freak, and the call will be against Robert Sacre. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Favors with a screen on Russell. Clock at 6. And it's Freak missing. The Lakers in the lead. Now the Lakers on the break. Bryant's running. And Russell gets it to go.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition have really keyed this run.
And a wide open look for Freak. Bryant with the rebound.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on, he's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park. That was not a simple rebound. He made it look easy, but he did a good job in bodying up his man.
And Young kicks to Russell. Tries it from 9. Offensive rebound. Tries to save it. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. Booker's checked in. Jazz trail by 4. And here's Freak. 8 points for him. Favors with the screen. Out to Hayward. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics have traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped. Now
here's Freak. Guarded closely. Favors with the screen. Here's Freak. Pass to Favors. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Favors has got 8 points.
And he just big-boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Kobe goes in. And that one's good. 8 points for him.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm, and they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Russell. Clock at 4. Here's Freak. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's been a nice game for Freak. He's got 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Robert Sacre. Julius Randle comes in for Brandon Bass. Brown, he's checked in for Kobe. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA, and on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Freak, number 1. D'Angelo Russell, 4th.
And both of them are just explosive scorers around the rim, able to get in close, and that's a key to getting high-percentage shots.
You know, 3 things you don't expect out of guys that young: consistency, consistency, consistency. They brought it all month long.
That's good. Clarkson's got 9 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Booker in the corner. Dishes it to Burke. There's the screen. Here's Freak. 11 points in the game. That is good.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. 1:10 left in the third. High post try. Booker pulls it in.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Brown. Here's Freak. To the middle. To the wing on the left. Here's Wiles. Black grabs the board. Black's got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams attacking. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 5 now.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
There's the screen. And it's Exum in the corner. Black grabs the board. Black's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Clarkson. The Lakers rebound. Stolen by Exum. He gets it up. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. Los Angeles with some changes. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Brown comes in for Nick Young. And it's Russell in for Williams. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Trevor Booker. Alec Burks comes in for Dante Exum. And Freak subbed in for Trey Burke. So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Alec Burks is out there with Freak. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hayward misses off the right iron.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Kev, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Utah. He said the discomfort is coming from what looks like a bruised tailbone. For a team that is out of the playoff hunt, you would figure they would err on the side of caution with an injury as far as a timetable for his return. We'll see as this season wears on, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Hibbert, the pass to Brown. Knocked loose and stolen by Freak. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. That's good. Now just a 1-point Laker lead.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You gotta manage the clock and play smart. And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Gobert with a screen on Russell. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closer to the right side. The Lakers with the rebound. Black's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Clarkson with the ball. Now defended by Freak. Here's Hibbert. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead. The Jazz shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Freak. Banked in off the glass.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
We need to be more physical.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Smart.
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
All right, Doris.
Move it.
There's 1:38 left in the game. Hayward, right side. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
In the corner, it's Freak. 1:11 left in the fourth. Hayward against Young. Hayward kicks to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Hayward. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead. Now, here is Russell. Tight defense on him. Tries again. It's in!
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Gobert with a screen on Russell. Here's Freak. It's stolen by Bass. And it's the Lakers on the break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's the Jazz with the ball.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Gobert with a screen on Russell. Freak dishes to Gobert. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. Go then. Take it. Freak. You got the look. Take the shot.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Russell. Freak passes to Hayward. Favors sets the pick for Freak. Back to Favors. He feeds it to Hayward. Favors with a screen on Russell.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but...
Kevin, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before. But it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest.
I know money isn't everything to you.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money. But me, catching tiny tummy. And you make me sleep. I try and try, and I start to be sensible. You know what I mean?
All right.
Woo. All right. Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady. Thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, friend of Freak. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult than choosing where to play next year. I sought the wise counsel of my loved ones. Nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each filled with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding myself with those who feel just as passionate about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. It is for this reason above all, I've decided to go to the Orlando Magic. Hey.
Talent they have on that team, they go win a championship this year.
Sis, all started here.
Yep.
Salutations, I am
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices? Do you want to earn fame and extra money by partnering with global brands? Or would you rather establish personal connections with some of the game's most influential personalities, which bring with them a variety of rewards? The choice is yours.